All right, so here's all the stuff that we generally carry. All this over here was for both of us. We carry 2 of everything critical, mostly, with the 2 notable exceptions. Number 1 is the tent. Here's our total tent. It weighs a pound and a half. It's a tarp tent by a company called Tarp Tent, made out of basically space blanket with Kevlar bonded to the outside of it. It's actually called Dyneema. And of course you need tent pegs for it. And you know, I've tried cheap Chinese tent pegs. I've tried everything in the world. These darn little groundhogs are expensive as heck. They're like 18 bucks for 6, but they seem to work better, so I stick into those darn things. Got those in there, and then I carry some extra guy lines out, some extra guy lines that we can, this is all 600-pound test. That'll guy on the outside if we get into a heavy storm. This is our bed, literally. That's our down-filled comforter for 2. It's not a sleeping bag, it's a sleeping quilt, and we wrap it around us, put it over the top of us, sort of thing. Underneath us, though, we do put a little other down layer, which is that slim one. The green one is really expensive and is made out of sustainable goose down, and the gray one came from China and is probably somebody's dinner, some Peking duck or something. Now over here, Karen, that's what we sleep on. Those are our beds. We tried the the different blow-up mattresses, but we woke up too many times, particularly in Big Bend in the desert, on a flat mattress, and it just wasn't worth it. And we sleep just fine on these things. If we haven't hiked, you know, if we're not sleeping, we're not hiking enough anyway. Just put another mile or 2 behind us. And trekking poles double as tent poles, which we have 2 of. And on the trekking poles, we wrapped a couple of things. We got duct tape on the handles, so it's duct tape you always have to have, and there's a thermometer on there, which is new. We're gonna try that. For water, we don't carry a Nalgene bottle or everything. It's too heavy. We carry a, what's it, 1.25 liter bottle of HEB water. The reason being is that top on there is really, really tough and screws on to, that's a water filter. And then behind it, we have another 2 liters of water if we need it in the stuffy sack, and it all comes together and makes a nice kit to squirt it into stuff. We have 1 insect repellent each. I said 4. Here's Karen's camp fuel, 200 milliliters of Everclear alcohol, could be drinking in a pitch.
Or for any antiseptic.
Oh yeah, antiseptic or anything else like that too. Then we each carry 1 brand new torch lighter. Not the regular ones, but the ones that light a little better. Titanium spoon. What else we got? Head net for mosquitoes. Pull that out of the way. 6 wet wipes for doing your duty and washing your face. Headlamp, which it's probably not going to have any sunset at all. We might not need it, but we'll bring it anyway. 2 little utility straps for actually holding up part of our clothes, but we'll get into that later. A whistle in case should be found, can't need to be found. Yeah, that's loud. An extra battery bank, and we each carry a map. Karen, that's the main map to our hike this time. And Karen carries a big knife. I carry a little knife. She once thought that she could fight off a puma in Patagonia with it if she absolutely needed to. Satellite pager, GPS unit, tracking unit, works anywhere in the world as long as you can see the sky. It didn't work on our last hike in the Slot Canyon because you couldn't see the sky the whole time. On this trip, we've rented a sat phone to take with us. You know, it's good to call folks, but it'll probably take them 2 days to get to us if we really need it. 1 can of bear spray, which I have gotten on myself. This is a discussion for another day. It is wickedly bad if you even get it on your skin, let alone in the face and your eyes. And then there's our cooking kit. Just like that, puts together, it sits on top there. The pot sits like that. I'm sure you'll see it in the background of some of the videos that we do. Inside I carry 1 knife, which is big enough to cut a piece of salami. I wouldn't try and defend myself with it. And one little multi-kit. It actually works as a pot picker upper, but it has a screwdriver and a little pair of pliers in case we need it. And I don't know what we need the bottle opener for, but it's attached to it. Okay, so here is the first aid kit. We'll start over here. For emergency water purification, we have purification tabs if we need them. We carry filters generally, and a P&G water filtrifier that'll get rid of silt and garbage from that. Drugs is a Medrol dose pack, some prescription anti-nauseal stuff, and a general heavy-duty antibiotic in case we need it when we're out there. There should be bad sun in Greenland, so we're bringing a lot of 50X sunscreen for 5 days, some extra Benadryl. a little bit of just first aid stuff, hydrocortisone. Poop scoop for digging a hole to put your poop in. Emergency kit for sewing. We've actually used this on trail before. Some general eye saline. Pair of glasses, very heavy duty brush, dental floss, 2 toothbrushes. These things will last us 3 or 4 or 5 days, especially if we bring some extra toothpaste with us, an extra emergency lighter. If it's at altitude or pressure, sometimes you gotta have matches just as a backup. Those are waterproof matches. A little bit of extra cord, an emergency space blanket just to keep things dry or warm. 1 extra gasket for our water filters. We've lost these on trail before, and if you lose them, it's a real pain in the ass. Hibiclens, which is a surgical scrub, and then a Ziploc baggie with some zip ties, aluminum foil, and some twist ties, and it all packed into there. That's our total bathroom and first aid kit. This pile is 7 days worth of food. You'll notice that most of it's dry or better. We're looking for anywhere north of 125 calories per physical ounce. Some of these other ones get as high as 175, but peanut butter and olive oil are the most at right about $200 an ounce. Karen likes these pre-prepared green belly bars a lot. I prefer some of the other stuff. You notice we don't have any Mountain House meals in there. After choking so many of those down, we don't like it, so we've dehydrated some stuff. Just for some greens, there's some broccoli we dehydrated, some chili. What are these? I don't even know. It looks like spinach, pears. Last bit clothes we wear. I'm going to wear the same clothes every day for a week. It's pretty disgusting. Pair of underwear I'm not going to show you. Socks, probably pair of good hiking pants, a very Thinsulite not cotton long sleeve shirt, and then what's called Polartec Alpha Direct. Super light but super warm, but the wind rips right through it. Mid layer, a hat, and if I get too cold I can throw my raincoat on top as a 3rd layer. Rain pants, Japanese fisherman's glove, neoprene booties for keeping feet dry. Those are a pair of thigh-high waders for crossing rivers. A hat I'm going to wear most of the time, a beanie in case I need it, and then cold weather stuff. Probably sleep in these most of the time will be a pair of down pants, a down jacket, a down beanie, and I always keep 1 pair of down long johns for sleeping in case everything else gets wet.